Paul, looking back on Tuesday night's performance, has anything else come to light? Anything else that you were pleased with from 3 points?
Yeah, no, I just thought it was a really physical game. Maidstone away, Tottenham at home, two really physical teams. I thought we'd come through them both very, very well. The first half, I thought we were excellent, and second half, I thought we was excellent in a different way. So overall, still very, very happy with the performance, and obviously thrilled with the 3 points as well.
Where do we stand in terms of match fitness heading into Saturday's game? Yeah,
we're struggling. We're struggling at the minute. Sonny Fish and Callum Dolan obviously are out long term. Sonny Low Everton had a scan yesterday. He's going to be out for 3 months after the tackle against Maidstone, which should have been a straight red card. Didn't even get booked for it, so we're very, very disappointed in that. That's a real blow to us. Dylan Morgan is going to be out for the weekend, definitely, and we're awaiting. He still can't be assessed because his ankle's too swollen at the moment. And Louis Dennis is at best 50-50.
So how probable is it that we'll have new faces coming into the club at some point?
We're trying very hard. We're close on one. Hopefully we'll get another one over the line as well. But if that doesn't materialise, we'll suck it up and get on with it. And you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Last year we got very fortunate with injuries. This year we've had a bit of misfortune. We've also had. We've been on the end of a disgraceful tackle. A tackle from behind that has endangered my player. And it's been proved that he's going to be out for 3 months. So congratulations to that player who committed that tackle. Very brave tackle.
We face Horsham on Saturday. Tell us about them. What sort of challenge will they present?
It's always tough playing newly promoted sides, Patrick. Always tough. We saw that Tuesday night. It's very, very often that a newly promoted side takes momentum into the next season. We played them obviously in the trophy last year and we had a tough game. They try and play football the right way. It's on plastic again. It's going to be warm again. Be similarities to the Maidstone game. Hopefully we've learnt from that. But again, without sounding like a broken record, it's going to be a tough game.
Thank you.
Sonny Fish and Callum Dolan, they've obviously been out since pre-season.
Yep.
One off, one recovery.
Yep.
Weeks pass, don't they? And you suddenly start thinking, oh, how long? How are they individually getting on? What's the latest with them?
Sonny is 5 weeks on Monday.
From his
op.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonny's doing really, really well. So Regan's working very hard with him. He's progressing. He's bang on
schedule.
Target schedule. Yeah. He's in a good place mentally. He's okay. He started to work on the bike and in the swimming pool and things like this. So Sonny's on course to be back in his estimated time frame. And Callum Dolan,
which in your mind is or Regan's mind is when roughly?
We're, to be on the pitch playing, I'm hopeful within 6 weeks.
Right.
And Callum Dolan, I don't think will be as long as first feared. Callum's progressing really, really well. Really well.
Is he able to do anything yet?
Callum will hopefully be running within the next week. And then once you're doing that, then it's just a gradual build-up.
That would be a plus, wouldn't it?
Huge plus. I mean, when you take out of a squad Sonny Fish, Callum Dolan, Louis Dennis, Sonny Low Everton and Dylan Morgan, that's 5 top players at the level and arguably the level above as well. So, look, it's frustrating and it's annoying, it's a hindrance, but these things are sent to test you and it is what it is.
How frustrating is it though that the majority of them are the new players that you brought in over the summer and with expectation on their shoulders and everything and hoping to move forward in a sort of with a new squad, and then suddenly you're not back to the old squad, but those plans are out of the window.
Yeah, it's the part of football that we all hate, don't we? And it's you plan as a manager, you plan for every eventuality, but it's when it's sprung on you, you just move forward, don't you? I mean, Sonny Lowe didn't play on Tuesday night. Manash Sundiri come in, who's a new player, and did great. Took his chance. We rested Jordan Dyer. Ed Palmer come in, done great. Louis Dennis wasn't fit. Matt Jay come in, scored the third goal. So, we've still got strength there. There's not much strength in depth at the moment, but I'm very hopeful Louis Dennis. But Louis Dennis is 50-50 for the weekend. He's not a long-term thing. He's got a thigh niggle. Dylan, again, I'm hopeful it's not going to be a 3-4 weeker. I'm hopeful. The weekend's going to come too soon. It's a bad time to have the bank holiday, really, the Saturday, Monday. It's quite... I mean, personally, I don't think we needed the Tuesday night game. I find that a bit strange. The National League have gone Saturday, Tuesday, then Saturday, Monday. I understand the bank holiday weekends for finance and crowd-wise, and they're good weekends. And it's I get it. I agree with it. I'm not sure we should have had the Tuesday in between, and that's not just because Dylan got injured. I just don't think that should have been there. But it's nothing to do with me. That
you had quite a decision to make, didn't you, at half time? Because you knew Dylan couldn't continue. And there was a couple of things that you could have done. You could have gone straight to back five, maybe, but you went with Dan Hayfield. How was that? What was that thinking?
Just because Dan's got an abundance of energy. And again, Dan Hayfield's waiting for his chance. He played every game for us last year. He's waiting for his chance. And I felt Dan playing as not a number 10 like MJ. I just felt we'd play him in midfield, but he was the one who would run forward. Those long raking runs in behind. Dan can do that all day long. But after 10 minutes, we changed shape anyway, and he went back into his more normal position. But Dan's a versatile football player. I mean, listen, he's a central midfield player, but he's got an abundance of energy, and he can run all day long. So I thought he did well when he come on as well. I thought he did well second half.
You must have been pleased with the way that they coped with that knockback of having to change the team when it was going so well. And the players that you brought in as well did really well, didn't they? The free changes. Manash had a great game, I thought. And Jay was excellent up front as well.
Yeah, I mean, Manash has been brought into he's my first signing of the new signings, wasn't he? So he's a fantastic football player. You could see his physicality as well. But he's a strong player.
Yeah.
And we're very lucky to have him. He picked up a little niggle in pre-season. Again, one of the new boys. Maybe there's a thing they're not used to training at the intensity we train at. I don't know. It could be that. But whenever someone gets injured or someone's out of the team, it's a chance for someone else to come in and that's fun. And that will never change in football. And injuries will always be part of football. Sometimes it's like buses, isn't it? All of a sudden we've gone bang and had them all at once. But listen, we come through it. We'll be fine. No problem.
Paul, you said last week that nobody's been knocking on your door yet, asking why they're not being picked. Obviously, the injury crisis might help you a bit with that because it's.
I can hear them coming on the crutches.
Yeah. I mean, if you can walk, you're in the team, aren't you?
Yeah.
Did you want to say anything about Ed Palmer? Because he's been Mr. Versatile really this year. He's played right back at Weymouth. Did a really good job, I thought, Tuesday night. Obviously, changed the game probably at Maidstone as well, going up front, battering ram. Thoughts on Ed, and is he likely to be selected on Saturday?
So first off, my thoughts on Ed are I've had him for 7 years. I trust him. He's at a stage in his career now where he's not getting any younger. It takes him a little bit longer to recover because he's a big physical lump. Ed Palmer's a really good football player, very good football player, really good with the ball at his feet. And he's also, it goes without saying how strong he is. And he is versatile. And as for, is he in contention to play on Saturday? 100% he's in contention to play on Saturday. But we have 2 games in 3 days. And I have to do what's right for the team. You know me, Clive, I never like looking more than the next game ahead. You can't not help it with 2 games in 3 days. You have to pre-plan 100%. You have to almost pre-pick a team for Dover on the Monday as well. So we'll see. The boys are in today. They train. They're in good spirits. Some are a bit battered and bruised, but you're going to be, especially after a physical game against Tottenham. And we'll see where we are. And we'll pick a team on Saturday that I think can beat Horsham, and we'll pick a team on Monday that I think can beat Dover.
Do you think the extra 48 hours might be beneficial for Louis Dennis? I mean, you say he's 50-50. Is he more than 50-50 for Monday, or is it that's close?
Yeah, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. It might be I pre-plan for Monday rather than Saturday, and it's not about emphasising one game more than the other. It's about, is it worth the risk playing him on Saturday when he's 75% fit, where on Monday he might be 95% fit. I don't know. So there's a long time to go also until kick-off. With 48 hours away from Saturday, it's a long time with injuries. It's a long time to heal.
Is it an overnight trip to Horsham?
Yeah.
I think the Maidstone and Tottenham games are both physical tests, mental tests as well. The pressure to get results, training for a long time at Maidstone. You made the point after Maidstone that one of the things that annoyed you at Maidstone a little bit was the fact that you had warned the players what to expect from the first whistle. Come through that test, beaten Tottenham. Is there any danger that I suppose what I'm asking you is what might be the tenor of your pre-match team talk against Horsham in terms of attitude to the game, the way you approach it? Because on paper it looks like, here we go again. Maybe, is it an easier game? Probably not.
It's definitely not going to be an easier game. I think after the game against Maidstone, I said in the change room that we've learned a hell of a lot from that game. We've learned the game's different on plastic. The game's different. The ball doesn't move as quick. People think it does. The ball moves much quicker at playing more than it does on the plastic. So do we change the way we play away from home? Possibly. We've also learnt that any time anyone plays against Torquay United, we're in for a battle. I had a beer with Jimmy Ball after the game on Tuesday night, and he said his team kept going and kept going and kept going. He said, but it's very easy to at Plainmoor on a beautiful pitch, and you keep running hard and you've got a big crowd. So that's one huge thing we have to overcome. But we're not good enough. I'm not good enough manager, and we're not a good enough football team to go into any game thinking that it's easy. And I don't think I've ever done that in my life. So my players definitely won't be doing that.
You've already mentioned the schedule, and you're okay with the schedule. That's the Bank Holiday Monday, playing for 2 games in 3 days. It's good for the club. It's being built as a family day. It's going to be another big crowd again. But players are human beings, they're not machines. What do you do on the Sunday? What will you do between the 2 games?
The recovery will start as soon as the final whistle's blown at Horsham on Saturday. The good thing is we've got a fantastic bus, so we can get straight into them with all their protein shakes, the right food, the rehydration. Anyone who needs treatment instantly, the physio is obviously on the bus. We can get that done. Sunday will just be another recovery day. There'll be lots of, you've got to get them moving. You've got to get them moving. We all know ourselves, if you're stiff and you just sit down and sit in the settee all day, you just get stiffer and stiffer. So you've got to move. We'll get them going. And there'll be massages. Again, we'll have food. So they're eating the right stuff. It's really important they get a good night's sleep, because it's the only time you really fully recover. And Monday will be a case of, for most teams, just getting through it and hanging on in there, really. And then the club will be off Tuesday and Wednesday, whatever happens, because it's been a fast start to the season, and then on the road again to Hemel on the Saturday. So it's pretty relentless.
You're talking about the food on the bus and stuff. You're saying that the bus no longer stops at the nearest fish and chip shop and just everyone piles out.
I wish. No,
Surely that was the case back in your day, maybe?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. You used to go in the pub while the fish and chips are being ordered, so it's great.
But stuff like that's completely changed, isn't it?
Listen, to a point, I think it's that we don't have fish and chips and stuff, but I'm pretty relaxed on things. I trust my players. You know, a lot of players nowadays are, if you said we're having fish and chips, they would turn it down anyway. there's you know, they're all very health conscious these days.
It's a different breed of player, isn't it?
Different generation, isn't it? Different generation. So I'm very relaxed on it and chilled. I think Mikey Edwards is big on it, but it's just fuel, isn't it? You just, you know, whether it's KFC or pizza or chicken and pasta, it's fuel, and you've as a football player you expend an awful lot of calories. Just got to get them back in your body. How you put them back in your body is, you know, sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong. But I'm very trustworthy in my players. I'm not like a school teacher looking over them. They're adults. You know, they know what to do.
For a 3 o'clock kick-off like next Monday and everything, would you ever have, or even on a Saturday, I suppose, would you ever have them in on a Saturday morning, not to work, but or is it a let them come in, get their minds clear, that sort of stuff?
I don't like them hanging about.
No.
I don't like them hanging about.
No.
I don't like that. I don't like when we do stay overnight in a hotel. I never stay in the town or the city we're playing in. I always stay like an hour from it, so they're up. They have pre-match, they're on the bus, and I don't like sitting around it. I think it makes you feel lethargic, makes you lazy and lethargic. That's, you know, it's at the end of the day, whatever anyone else says, when they're playing at Plainmoor, they're coming to work. You know, get in, get your job done, and get home. That's the way I see it. I don't hanging about afterwards. Great with the fans. That's brilliant. I don't like them being in the ground for too long before.
No.
You overthink things, I think.
Yeah.
With the away games, it's probably something fans don't realise. Do you say, I'd like to stay overnight for that fixture, and you go to the consortium and get the okay from them?
Yeah, so when the fixtures come out, we look at the ones that just are not doable on the day. I mean, they are doable on the day, but you have to leave at 4:30 in the morning. And if we want to do things as properly as, you know, we're talking about, then it's imperative on certain games you go overnight. There's big science behind it as well. On it's not just the game you're going for. So if you go on a Friday, it's not just a Saturday game. If we're playing on the Tuesday, you know, you need that recovery on the way. You know, you're benefiting for the next game as well. So it's living down here. It's something that we've always done. You know, it's and I think it brings you together as well. You spend a lot of time on the bus together. Some boys play cards. Some watch the iPads. Some sit there and talk rubbish, or you know, and it's all good. It's all good. You know, it's a bit of time together, and I think it brings you closer.
I have experience of Argyle as well, and the travel we had with Argyle.
Exactly what I was just going to say.
Well,
You're well
you know,
versed at that.
if you're from Plymouth, if you was in Plymouth's academy at a very young age, every Sunday morning you're playing away at Swansea or away at Cardiff or Cheltenham or Swindon or, you know, wherever. It just becomes human nature. So you got to embrace it, haven't you? And I've had some of the best times of my life have been on the bus when you've won games away from home, you know, and you have the pub and fish and chips. It's all good.
Are you up and down the bus talking to people on the way back? No.
No, I don't want to speak to them. No, it's no, I don't. I think it's really important when a game's done. This isn't something I'm good at. You've got to. It's done. It's done. You know, whether you've been good, bad, or indifferent, won, lost, or drawn. I think it's very important that players they have to have some off time. They have to. The last thing they need is me. Why did you do that? We can do this better. That's not the time and the place. That's a Monday morning thing for me.